Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I am Z and today we're gonna watch a video about why Indian parenting is much different than other countries, and as being an Indian I feel like I can have some input in that, so let us get to the video.
With 25 million babies born each year, compared to 4 million annually in the US, it's easy to see that India knows a thing or two about parenting. So, how do they raise all those kids? Well, first off, there's the virtue of kindness and patience. One of the biggest things Indian parents try to teach their kids is kindness. Little boys and girls are encouraged to be modest and nice to everything around them, from strangers on the street to the smallest bugs they find in the yard. Indians believe that every living thing on Earth deserves the same amount of respect. And don't forget about patience. Showing your negative emotions and irritability is considered a big vice here. The patient man will rule the world is the motto Indian parents teach their kids to live by.
This is
Controlled information.
Confirm.
What do you remember watching on TV when you were young? A cat and mouse trying to outsmart each other? Well, Indian parents wouldn't be too happy about that. These sorts of borderline violent or silly cartoons aren't that big here. Instead, Indian children usually watch programs about art and education. You won't see little kids glued to tablets either. People in India firmly believe that the internet can be dangerous for children and even harm their personality.
It is quite contrary.
Manners first. Indian parents won't tolerate irresponsible and rude behavior. Kids can't just throw a major tantrum and slam the door like a boss, unless they want to be grounded for months on end. Family fights won't fly either. Every child is taught to be respectful to their family members, and parents try to do everything they can to make the bond between siblings unbreakable. They're also very particular about table etiquette. Maybe toddlers can play with their food, but at 10, you'll definitely get in trouble for it.
100%.
After all, manners maketh man, right?
100%.
Setting a good example.
Agree with that one.
How can a child be kind, respectful, and independent if their parents are rude and irresponsible? Indian parents are sure that their habits today are their children's future traits. That's why they don't lecture their little ones, but try to show them how everything's done by their own example. Plus, in India, several families often live under one roof, so older generations never hesitate to show their grandchildren the ropes. Strong child-parent bond. Space is a privilege in India, so not that many children get their own room to themselves. Indian moms also believe in attachment parenting, so they try to spend every single minute that they can with their newborns. Indian doctors even recommend new moms sleep with their babies. Of course, it's pretty convenient. If your baby is anxious, wants to eat, or needs a diaper change, you can just handle the problem right then and there. This kind of co-sleeping usually ends when a kid turns 6 or 7 years old. And this time together is believed to strengthen the bond between parents and their children. Dose of independence. Indian children usually start to work from a young age. Boys tend to work in the fields and help with the animals, while girls do chores and take care of their younger siblings. Indian parents want their kids to become independent and responsible as soon as possible, so no one is allowed to lie on the couch with a bag of chips and watch cartoons all day long. Of course, parents don't just leave their children to deal with the challenge all by themselves. They're always there in case their little one needs help. The importance of education. Every parent wants their child to be the best, and Indian moms and dads are no different. They pay close attention to their kids' academic achievements and try to help them as much as they can along the way. Indian parents want their children to be successful more than anything. And what can open more doors for you than a good education, right? So strict playtime and study time rules are no surprise in an Indian household. And believe it or not, children often thank their parents later for teaching them the value of self-discipline.
This is very true.
Spirituality
I will agree
lessons.
on that one again.
For many Indian people, spirituality is a huge part of life. It's what their parents taught them, what their school encouraged, and the essence of who they are. From a very young age, kids know their family rituals and take part in them, slowly exploring this side of life. Indian parents believe that introducing their kids to spirituality right away helps them discover themselves and figure out the world around them. Well, that's one way to do it. Financial control. When it comes to money, Indian parents are anything but laid back. No, you don't need this, and nope, you don't need that either. The logic behind this rule is very simple. Indian parents want their children to know the value of money from a very early age. So even if a kid gets some pocket money, it's strictly controlled, and they know they can't just splurge on that cool Pokemon t-shirt. It's a pretty tough tactic, but it seems to be working all right. Indian children grow up understanding that they have to work hard to achieve financial stability. However, Indian parents also tend to pick their kids' career path before they even start talking. Of course, as you can imagine, this can cause some tension, especially if the child wants to do something else. But in India, family is everything, so parents and kids find a common ground one way or another. The influence of school. When a kid goes to school for the first time, it's a big day for the whole family. And Indian schools do a great job at picking all the things that parents have taught their kids and taking them to the next level. They encourage tolerance and push kids to uncover their true potential. There's no concept of a favorite student here. Every child receives tremendous support and approval. The main task the school has for you is to better yourself every single day. Teachers show kids that their main competition is themselves, not somebody else. And your parents are always there to catch you if you fall. Schools teaching valuable life lessons? That's pretty awesome indeed. And what's the most important thing your parents taught you? Let's discuss it down in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a like. Share it with your friends.
Okay, those are some good points. I will agree that parents do teach mannerism, table etiquettes, all the good stuff. But at the same time, there were a few points that I would not agree with, like competition, right? It is very competitive in India. Even these teachers force students into competitiveness. Sadly, the child should be able to do whatever they want, right? And the point about the parents deciding what the child is going to be in future is 100%. I always knew that since my father was an engineer, I knew I was going to be an engineer as well. That was my decision at the end. I've seen a few friends of mine who were literally forced into taking engineering or any other particular field just because their parents wanted them to, and they were not happy being there, but they had to continue there. Another thing about this, about not having enough space, that is somewhat true for some people that can't afford houses that have enough space, but again, not entirely true. I myself have a different room from a very young age. The thing about child sleeping with their parents until 6 or 7 years old, absolutely true. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and then I got a different room for myself, but that is absolutely true, that it does help strengthen the bond. Most of the points were true apart from the space thing. It completely depends, again, the financial situation. Parents do teach children not to overspend, not to spend important. I mean, money is really important, right? Considering the standard of luxurious, considering the standard of living, you can say. Most of us can't afford to spend money on unnecessary things like expensive toys or any new t-shirt or even different various things, right? So yeah, can't afford to do that. So 100% agree with that. It does help with financial control as well. Financial management is absolutely important, especially in enough money to spend it on unnecessary things. Of course, there's people who spend it still, but that is them. But yeah, I think most of the things are relatable, like the mannerism, the kindness. If I see someone troubling any dog, giving any issues to them, I'm like, why? Why would you do that? 100% agree with that. Mannerisms, again, I'll say it is always great to be humble. It is always great to be polite. Just be a good person. That is what they teach us. first and foremost, to be a humble and a good person so that you can make society a better place. But yeah, I think that is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe if you like the video, if you like the content, and see you all next time then. Thank you.